Okay, I am back at the park again. Now it looks like it had rained, so there may be some wet spots, but a lot of this is sand, so it'll soak up fast. Hey, all right. Awesome. Now you get to go walking with me. Now I'm going to go on ahead and turn this so that you can see the beautiful place that I'm walking through. The park is called Cameron Park, and this place has got tons and tons. Let her sleep. I'm sure Reagan keeps you guys up. But this place is, it's got tons of trails on it. It's a great place to walk, especially if you're looking to lose weight, because the trails go up into the woods and stuff. Gives you a great workout. I love walking this place. I haven't even begun to walk all the trails yet, though. There's a lot of them I've missed. Yeah, as we get deeper on the trails, I'm not going to be able to look at the comments as much. And I have to watch where I step to keep from tripping. It's a lot of rock and root. Gets a little tricky. Have to pay attention to it. It is. Supposedly, though, according to the weather app, this evening is supposed to turn into some thunderstorms. Just as long as it doesn't rain on my parade, so to speak. I'll show you. This is the Brazos River right here. Yep, they do. They fish there, and I don't know that anybody ever swims in it, though. But yeah, people fishes here. Only if the fish get on my hook. If I don't get any bites, I hate fishing. But if I'm catching them, then yeah. Usually my luck, I don't catch any, so that's why I don't do it, because I don't like it. Which is fine, because my husband doesn't like to fish, so if I did enjoy it, I'd be all alone. Look over here. I don't know if you can even see that. Let's see. I'm gonna try to increase the screen. There we go. That's a new sport that I haven't seen done on that river. don't think I'd have the balance to do that. Yeah, that's how I would fish. I never would bring any of them home. Whatever I caught, I'd throw back in. I didn't know how to clean them anyway, so it's better just go on ahead and put them back into the water. Actually, I just started yesterday. It was my husband's idea. I had just been walking my neighborhood and I wasn't recording it other than what my Fitbit was reading. And when I mentioned that I was wanting to go back to the trails, he said I could live stream them. And that was a good idea. He's always coming up with ideas for my channel. I keep telling him he needs to do it himself. He needs to come up with his own channel because he's got so many ideas. He won't do it. I think he'd be a success though. He doesn't want to take a chance of saying something that'll get him in trouble at work. They've got a policy about that. If you do media of any kind, you gotta watch your words. And so he'd rather not take a chance. And I think it'd be awesome. Well, hey, I'm glad that you can at least join me on the weekend. Anybody who can join me anytime, I'm tickled. I wonder how long it did rain. Hopefully, it won't be too treacherous to walk into the woods with it. This river walk is pretty damp. Well, me and him, we do MREs together. Matter of fact, today we're going to be doing a video on an MRE. He's into these channels that does the MRE and the foreign army rations and stuff. He really loves watching them. So on occasion he'll invest on it and he'll have me try them. And so me and him have started doing those together. But it's only on occasion. And only with the precept that he has never seen. You can hear his voice, but he won't let me film him. So if all works out today, we're going to be doing that today. And that's better than nothing. But he did do an jalapeno challenge and he let me film it. Yeah. There's this group, can't think of the name of them right now, but I'm sub to them, and they do the metal detecting. I think they call themselves the WW2 metal detecting or something like that. Anyway, it's an awesome group, and they don't say anything really because they're not English, so they don't talk directly to you. But what they find, they'll take stock footage of that find and they'll put it up with the detail of what type it was, whether it was a gun or a bullet or a badge or whatever. Brian, so glad you could take this walk with me, man. You managed to get here. This is another place I'm going to take you. That is, if you don't mind doing open walks. There isn't anything to explore here other than new trails. Mitchell! Hey baby, how you doing this morning? Get to go on a walk with your virtual mama. Hope you like walking in the woods. I'm going to tell you, it's going to start getting a little bit more treacherous for me, so I'm not going to be able to look at the chat as much. So if I miss a comment, forgive me. But the last thing I want to do is trip. Now right now here on the River Rock, it's not so bad. But when I get deeper into the woods, it's going to be more treacherous. I'll have to watch my step. I just swallowed a bug. This is at Cameron Park. That zoo that Carmen was talking about. The zoo is here at this park. Now this park has got tons of trails on it. I'm going to go to the map up here and I'll let you see. I mean, there are trails. It's one thing I like about this park. It doesn't become boring. You can mix it up and everything. And we've got some mud puddles. It rained early this morning or something. Just hoping it won't be slick for me to walk. Because these tennis shoes, they're brand new, but they don't have much of a track on them. They're smooth bottom. But they are walkers. I guess they just didn't consider them for hikers. Okay. Right now, it is 25 after 11. So I'm ahead of you. Trying to make sure here I haven't missed anything. Okay. So last thing I want to do is miss anything. Well, the river walk itself, just walking along the river, that's nothing. This is what they call a beginner's trail. And it's also a biker horseback rider, and running trail. The Good Trails branches off of this. And the really good thing, no matter how hot it is during the year, you can walk it because there's so many trees. It gives great shade, so you don't get too awful overheated. But it is advisable that you start decently in the morning anyway. And never come here at night. So everyone says. Hi. That would be so awesome, Brian. I'd love to have you here, man. Don't know how often we'll get to see each other, but just knowing you're here, I'll have peace of mind because I'll know that you've got a chance of better life. All right. Sounds good, Mitchell. Get them legs pumping, buddy. Ain't nothing like a good morning walk. I used to walk in the evenings too, which sometimes I do. But most of my energy is in the morning. By evening time, I'm ready to just kind of settle down, unwind, be ready for bed. I can tell that with every graveyard. Hold on a moment, Brian. I went to a graveyard to walk since it's October. Oh, wow. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, Mitchell. But yeah, with every video that you shoot there, either in Missouri or Illinois, it looks like it's not a place for people to even be able to live anymore. And it seems to keep you on the edge of anger and depression and everything. Person don't need to live where they're not feeling like they're living. And it wouldn't matter if you move here or someplace else that's better. I want to see you have a better life. You need it. And if there's nothing to do for the Rogue Channel, then find something else. Find something else to get into for the YouTube. Yeah, I know. But that's just the thing, you know, Brian? You live in there with all those abandoned, burnt down places. You've got something to explore. But here, I mean, I don't know. As I said, I don't know where the shelters are, but maybe there's more abandoned places to check out than I know about. Now, I live in the more resident area, and I only go through the smaller areas on occasion. So I don't know what's on the other part of Waco. But I do know that no matter where you look, there's a place that's hiring. No matter where you look. And that's a definite. So you would find places to explore. Here at this park is what they call a Riches Castle. And it's not a castle at all, it's a wall. But nonetheless, people has deemed it the Riches Castle. Who knows, maybe you could find it. I tried, I couldn't. Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, but I didn't get to. Yeah. Well, there can always be another time. But yeah, just check it out. I mean, you get here, Brian, you'll have the leisure, aside from trying to get a job, you'll have the leisure to really check it out and see what you can do here. And I'm sure that you'll find something to do on one of your channels. And there's other ways of exploring besides just going to abandoned places. But you'll figure it out, I know. I think the one thing that you want the most, though, is a good job and a way of living. There was too many people trying to get in. The place got too full, so they had to turn a bunch of people away. Wow. Yeah, I know. You still do your live streams, though. I guess people swims here too. There's a few swimming holes. Anyway, I'm going up here to the map so I can show you all the different trails that's here. Plus there's a specific trail that I'm wanting to get to and walk today. And I've walked it one other time, but I want to double make sure where I'm going on it. I don't remember it. One trail I normally walk, not work. One trail I normally walk, I know it like the back of my hand. But I'm wanting to go on this other one again. So I'm going to double make sure where it goes. We've got sunbathers, and it's a beautiful day here. Let's show you this river. Okay. Can't find any decent railroads, huh? Huh. Trail construction, huh? Okay, well, I'm not going on that particular trail anyway. They've been doing a lot of things here. I noticed some changes they done on the trail I like to walk. I couldn't read your comments. The sun was on the lens glaring, so I'm going to try to read them over here. So hold on a moment, guys. I'm glad they're doing some changes. It'll make it more fascinating. All right. I'm gonna turn into right here. I can read. Should be able to. Okay. All right. All right. You're at a graveyard that's not creepy. Yeah. And stream some point today, in the daytime at least, and you can't find any decent graveyards to explore. Well, graveyards here, I don't know. They're all in use that I know of. Well, let me show you here this trail. I mean, there's all kinds of trails here. Look at this. All over the place. Any place you want to walk, you've got a trail to go on. I mean, it's crazy. Well, guess it's a good place to go. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so yesterday on my live stream, I done an advanced trail. That's what I thought. But down here is the type of trails that we've got. We've got the beginner, which is a green circle, a square blue is intermediate, 1 black diamond is advanced, and 2 black diamond is expert. The trails go on forever. Yeah, I done the California 56, which is advanced. I started on, let's see, Esmouth, Circle Point. Okay, it doesn't read Act of Faith. Okay, here's Act of Faith. This is where I started right here. Right here, I started on Act of Faith and I advanced down to California 56. The Act of Faith is actually a beginner's trail, and you can get to the California, which is advanced. Oh, believe me, I won't. That's the reason why I'm going to this. That's the reason why I'm looking on this, because we're wanting to go. See, the Act of Faith goes into Scheist, but they changed the name of Scheist, and it goes down into Pipeline, and then on around. Let's see. They'll go that way. I'm wanting to go here where there's some bridges. So it ends up into California 56. And I know how to get to Scheist, which I don't remember what name they changed it. And I can continue on the pipeline. And I'll stay this way. Okay. And when I walked it one other time, I wasn't so sure. But the cool thing is, no matter which way you go, it circles around. It doesn't go anywhere else. It circles around, and it still ends up at California. So, anyway, this is the place I'm going today. And a good thing is, a lot of times there is a sign. So, okay, we are going to go back to Act of Faith, which is back the way that we just came. But it's not that far down. I have gotten lost here, though. One time. Let's see here. I'm trying to see. There's so much sunlight and glare. Let me get this in a position here. Hold on, guys. Okay, yep. You've been on these trails before, Amy, because you could get lost. Catch up later, my daughter. Okay, enjoy your visit with your daughter, Brian. Yes, Mitchell, I've been on these trails before, but not all of them. The trail that I'm going on, I've only walked on one time. And before I go on any other trails, there's one other trail that I've walked one time as well because I was looking for something. And it wasn't such a hard trail to follow. But I'd gotten lost once. And I've not walked that trail again since. But it's okay because I remember the way I went and I know now where it goes out. So if I was to ever hike that again, I wouldn't get lost. This is definitely the place that if you're going to hike any one of the trails, you better be sure to study the map or go with somebody who knows the trail. You know, I have nobody at all to go with me. Race in progress, use caution. No problem. I'll watch out for them. Yeah, I have nobody to walk with here. I don't know anybody. And so, you know, I'm definitely on my own. And that's the reason why it's important that I study the map wherever I go. Okay, we are getting ready to go on to Act of Faith. I love this one. I love the Act of Faith. Okay. Well, the first one who was on was Mark, President Trump, and his wife, Nikki, First Lady, was still asleep. And Brian, his daughter, just showed up. As far as it goes for Julian, John Kerry, and Levi, Michael Green, I don't know if they'll show up or not. Hard to tell if they've got a job or if they got Saturdays off or what. So it's just you and me today, buddy. But there may be others who shows up. There's still a long way to go. So we may get more walkers with us. Well, normally I don't have to stop on this. It's where I'm talking. Excuse me while I catch some breath. Do you like walking in this kind of stuff? Have you ever got to? They could be asleep, or maybe they've got a job on Saturdays. As it happens, Mark told me he's got Saturday and Sunday off. And Brian, bless his heart, he doesn't have a job right now. That's the reason why he's talking about moving. He can't find a job. He's tried. So either they're asleep or they've got a Saturday job. Did you get a good look at that map, Mitchell? I want to make sure that I stay on the right trail. And I know that the one trail circles around, but I want to make sure that I get on the right path so that I end up on California, which is where I need to go. In the end, it all goes on California, but I'm not wanting to make a complete turnaround and end up right back here. I want to continue. Plus, there's a beautiful scene on that one trail I'm going to be taking you. Beautiful, beautiful area. Which this entire park, all of the trails are beautiful. But there's some areas that's even prettier. If you had beautiful trails to hike on, would you? And don't worry, I've got 2 bottles of water. So I got myself covered. And I will stop and get me a drink if I need it. I'm like a camel. I don't drink very much at all. Some people, they guzzle and guzzle. They just drink so much water. Me, I don't need much fluids. I'm never thirsty. And I need to make myself drink a little more though. Even if it's just sipping throughout the day. But yeah, I definitely got plenty of water, buddy. Thank you very much. I am going to show you this. I showed it yesterday on my live stream. And I'm going to show you. This is a cool spot right here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And you can see way out there for as far as your eyes can look. Now, I don't normally come up here on this viewpoint. I walk right by it. But on occasion I will. That's the trail I took. Time trail. Cool. Oh, I was needing to go on that one, not that one. That's the one I took. Well, that explains why I missed that one spot I wanted to walk yesterday. I didn't get lost. I just took a shortcut. This is where I'm needing to turn. Right here, where somebody was rude and spray painted. Well, you know what though, Mitchell? At least you do have an area that you can walk. I mean, if I didn't have these parks, I would continue walking my neighborhood, because at least I can. Yesterday was the first time I've walked these trails since probably like March. I've done a bunch of videos on this place. And I decided I would pick up walking it again because where it's got so many hills and stuff, there's more resistance. Work the muscles more.
One more.
I wouldn't bike this. To me, it's too treacherous. But others bike it all the time. Man, I feel like I got something on my nose. All right. Normally, I can walk on through this. I'm still working on getting back into shape. So, oh, okay, baby. I love you, buddy. I will see you when you can come back on now. Enjoy the rest of your walk, pal. A really wonderful place to walk. I can hardly wait till I get in even better shape so I can really walk this place, every single trail. Water dripping in my eyes. Need to wear a sweatband. Now we're continuing it this way. And eventually I'll end up at Scythe or Scheist or whatever they named it. But they changed the name of it. That's interesting. Anyway, this trail, this park is a new part of my exercise, and I'm so glad to be back into it. I'll really benefit from it, I know I will. I'm gonna watch so don't trip. Also, reserve my energy. You can see. They have it roped off anyway. Well, okay then. Go back on that other trail. Don't know if that's mostly to guide the race or what. I don't want to cross it. Not that there's any monitors. I think this goes right out where I need to go anyway, just crossing it. Races through here, marathons and stuff. This doesn't seem to be a marathon, but just a regular race. We're in numbers. moving on over into Skythe, or Scheisse, or whatever it is. Which they had renamed. Good thing is they've always got the running trail tag up. And that's the way we go. Where the running trail tag reads. You never go wrong like that. Always leads you right. I like to make sure nobody gets lost. Hang net, or Hang 10, Hang 10. Yeah, they renamed it Hang 10. I think is this way. I think. No, it reads up this way. Okay. It's kind of hid in the bark. There it is. All right. No one else walking with me right now, but that's okay. I'm the one burning the calories. Such a beautiful place to walk. Here's a tree. It's got some moss on it. Zoom that in. No. Don't think you can actually see that moss. Well, tried to catch it. Anyway, there's moss on the top of the limbs. Pouring the sweat, which is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's a great thing to pour the sweat. Great thing. Cleaning out your pores. You're running out the excessive fluids in your body. and you're helping to keep your body a little cooler, especially when a breeze blows. Yes, renting is a wonderful thing. Oh, I see. Can hang 10 either way. This is where it loops. I'll go the way I did originally. Not that hard of a trail to follow, as long as you just watch for the signs. For a beginner, yeah, you gotta look closely. Sometimes the markers are in a place that you don't see them till you pass them. Just gotta look. Always a good hike. Always. Always, always, always. Even if you have to stop on occasion. Still a good hike. Know that you're good if you're always close to the road. Can always hop onto the road and walk back down. This trail won't be so hard to walk next time. This is only my second time. I'm saying it's not that difficult. I'll be able to find my way around here easy. Don't want to walk that. That is a drain off. They put a ribbon up to kind of help you along, and that's good. Okay, we want to walk there, not there, which I guess that would have come from the other side. Yeah, that would have been from the other side. So now I am on California 56. California 56 is an awesome trail, it really is. I mean, it's advanced marked, but it's still trackable. Oh no. No, this circle's around, okay. Yeah, I didn't miss it. Did not miss it. More likely that's somebody either running or riding a bike. Well, hello, whoever you are. Having to watch where I walk so I don't get tripped. Okay, I see I've got a few walking with me, or at least one. Well, welcome, whoever you are. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, this is the way I want to go right here, California 56. Which, no, that didn't. That didn't. I don't know where that one goes. They made a little bit for a walk here. Kind of chiseled it out. That's good. That's nice. Grandpa. Hi. I had a few visitors earlier. Maybe stopping shortly for me a good drink of water. I want to put you down on the ground, let you look up at the sky. It's the thunderstorm according to the weather. Got me plenty of water today, if I need it. All right. I'm sure you're done looking at the sky for now. I was tickled to see that it was going to be comfortable in temperature and beautiful while I'd be walking it. By about 3, we're supposed to start getting some storm. We'll see. Once again, having to be careful where I step. They're having a race here today And I don't know what trails they're racing on, but it did say watch out for them, so gotta watch for anybody jogging or biking. I don't know if it's a bike race or if it's a foot race. Now, I've seen a lot of bikers today, so I don't know. They're not wearing numbers, so I have no clue. Now, this part of California, some of the parts are a little steeper to walk. Now, the way I went yesterday, the direction was easy because it mostly just continued downhill. But if I was to walk it going the opposite way, going back up through it, it would really take my breath because it keeps going up and up if you go that other way. One of these times I may do that and then let the act of faith be my down. I'm not quite ready to keep doing that though. I'd be stopping a whole lot for breath. I'm not quite there yet. Okay. Well, all right, I continue this way. This is the rest of California. The reason why I recognized it is because right where you turn off is a gas line, a pipe. And that kind of marks where you turn. So that makes it easy to follow. That trail that I just was on, I'd only walked it one other time. I had to go back and look at the map again to make sure which way it went. But going on it a second time, I saw it wasn't that difficult after all. I'd be able to do it now without looking at the map. I want to get so much stronger. So much stronger. I want to be able to hike these trails, no problem. I want to be able to jog them, trot them, run them. I'm so exhausted I can't talk. But I do. I want to become so much stronger and energetic. That's what I'm aiming for. Really be able to hike these trails. And not take my breath so bad. It's kind of disappointing in some ways that I have to stop and breathe. But seeing that I had stopped exercising for so long, I had stopped hiking trails, I'd stopped walking at all. I just stopped sitting around playing Clash of Clans with my son and eating. So no wonder I'm out of shape. I'm most certainly picking up the pace. And I'm not going to let myself stay sedentary or lethargic. I'm just not going to do it. It isn't worth it. This lazy body of mine would love to just sit around, do nothing but eat and play games all day. That's what it would love to do. But I can't let it do that. Hello, Kentucky girl. Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you so much. So glad you could join me, girl. If you could stay with me, you'll get to see a part of this trail that you didn't. A very large bamboo forest. It's gorgeous. Here's just another part. This is like the third bamboo forest that I've seen on California 56. And this is a small one right here. And yet it's that thick. But the one that we're getting ready to get into in about another 15, 20 minutes is even larger. Great. Grandpa got to see it. He hung out. Bless his heart, I think I wore him and Luna out. We agreed Luna was on a leash for her own safety. And Grandpa's. Guess Luna's on a leash again today. Keep her out of trouble. This would be the kind of trail that dog would love to take off and hunt around and just play in the weeds and everything. I can imagine her wanting to romp this trail. They've got a fence up on one part of the trail, which is along the Riverwalk. They said that they've got trail work going on. So either they're improving the trails through there or they're adding more, which I don't see how they could add more. But there is one part, there's really not a bridge or anything. You just walk across some logs that's been stuck in, and the water washes up into it. It gets pretty muddy when it's rained a lot. So maybe they're taking care of that. Okay, I'm gonna stop and take another good breath. So how have you two been doing today so far on your Saturday? Awesome. Well, you can see what I'm doing on my Saturday. Having me a good walk. That's all I've done since I've gotten up. Got up, took my thyroid medicine, fed and watered my cat, looked over my email, started my exercises, and came to hike. I got up late this morning. There's been tons of squirrels this morning. I know it's like the squirrels is in override right now. They're getting ready for the winter. They're not even hardly afraid of humans. Look how close I am to her. Right there. If y'all can see her. She's gonna pose. Okay, now she's gonna say bye. Boy, I love squirrels. Anyway, they're busy getting their grub for the winter, hunting around for their grub, fattening up. That one got itself fattened up pretty good there. I've been able to literally get right close to them. Get right close to the squirrels. Walk right by them, and they don't even scurry. Okay, y'all. I am going to let you look up at the sky while I get me another drink of water. Make sure you're stable. There you go. Look at the trees. Because here's a good place to kind of sit around. I wouldn't necessarily say build a fire. They don't have any pit or anything, but there's lots of rocks to sit. Take a breath. I'm getting my backpack back on by there. Okay, enough sky looking. I'll let you look at the trail again. That's awesome, Grandpa. It's always great for my viewers to be doing awesome. My body is screaming at me. Doesn't understand why I've come back to torture it again. It will get used to it though. Okay, there it goes. Oh, robin. No, robin. Yeah, a robin. Wonder why it isn't looking for worm. That's a little odd. Very seldom you see robins up in trees. They always down on the ground. Gus is waiting for me to get by. Looks like the clouds are trying to start building up. This morning it was really cloudy. And then they partially cleared. There's a really big cloud right there. But the really good thing is, even if it's not cloudy, there's tons of shading with all the trees. So it does make it a little easier to hike. I've hiked some places that hardly has any shading. It really bears down on you. At one park I got lost. Even though there was a lot of green, it wasn't providing very much shade. And I really ended up overheated. I don't believe I suffered heat stroke though. But if I'd been out there any longer, I probably would have. I was weak for the majority of the evening. And the next day, I felt a little better. But I went on and finished resting up. But ever since that day, I've been more sensitive to the heat. I'd always enjoyed the heat because I freeze so easy. But after that day, not so much now. Not so much now. I still prefer heat over freezing though. You see the way this keeps on going down? If I was to come up this way, I would be stopping a lot. So I think what I'll do when I really become more stronger and more advanced and stuff, I'll come up this way. It'll really be a workout. A real workout. It'll be awesome. I can hardly wait till I'm going to make sure that I can achieve it too. I think going down, it's more advanced, but coming back up, it's more expert. We're coming closer to the bamboo. It won't be much longer, we'll be in the bamboo. So I'm going to show you this bamboo, and then I'm going to go on ahead and close out the live stream and get up here where you can see it a little more. Here's part of it right here. This is where it begins. And it continues on out through here. An absolute bamboo forest. It's even up on this side. And it just continues on. A whole lot of it's died out from the lack of rains this summer. But this stuff grows fast. So it'll replenish itself. It's really neat, isn't it? So there you have it, Kentucky girl. A bamboo forest. And since my battery is down, I'm going to go on ahead and close out this live stream. It would probably last until I get to the car, but I don't want to push it. So I'm going to go on ahead and say bye to yous now. I appreciate yous for joining me on this walk. And I love yous. And it's church. So I don't know, I'll be back tomorrow for another walking live stream. I don't know yet. I will give another 45-minute heads up notice if I do. Time will tell. But thank you so much, guys, for being here. I love yous. Have a great Saturday.